Guys, and welcome back to a new video. Today we're going to be trying out the YoungNails Extreme Low Odor Acrylic Kit. And first things first, I do want to say happy Thanksgiving. Thank you for tuning in. If you are tuning in on Thanksgiving, I hope you guys enjoy time with your family. And if you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, well, overall, just happy holidays. So we're going to go ahead and get into this unboxing. And I believe I left this video in real time, so let's get right into it. And then here is a list of everything that comes inside the kit, and I will also just be showing you guys everything as well. So the first thing we get is the 6-ounce Extreme Low Odor monomer, and it does bring 2 of these. So like all of their kits, they bring 2 of these 6-ounce monomers, and they bring a couple of powders, and we'll go ahead and get into it. So we get the pack of files. This brings like a 150, 100, 240, and I forgot the other 2, I will not lie. Of course, we get their 1-ounce rose cuticle oil, and if you do not know, their rose cuticle oil smells so good, but I did not use it in today's video only because I'm trying to use up my cuticle oil that I have. You got an 8-ounce swipe. You get a pack of paper nail forms, the monomer dropper, which helps you when you're picking up your monomer so you don't make a mess, which is very helpful. You also got some nail tips. I did not end up using these in today's video. These are kind of curved, but I'm thinking I kind of want to try these out just to see how they look. You get this acrylic brush. I'm not sure what size this brush is because it doesn't say, but you do get this acrylic brush, and it is good quality, but I'm just kind of used to working with bigger brushes now, so I ended up using my Kiara Sky size 12. You of course get your manicure brush for your nails, and then we're going to go ahead and get into the powders, as well as of course you get your YoungNails protein bond, you get your glue, and you get your dampen dish and top coat. So first things first, you are only allowed to use this monomer with these powders. So if you have other products, unlike most monomers, this one is not universal. You can only use it with the powders that come in this kit. So I am going to go ahead and use the dropper, and I'm going to go ahead and pour some monomer into my dampen dish, and then I'm going to go ahead and swatch each of the colors. And so of course the first color is sheer pink, which is exactly what it says it is. It is a translucent pink color, which I've noticed come in like most acrylic kits. When they say it's like pink, like for me a secret, it also looks like a translucent pink, which I'm not complaining about, because from what I understand, if you're doing some French tips, this sheer pink is where it's at. But I haven't tried it on myself yet, but maybe I will go ahead and try it and see what's tea. You then get the Cover Nude, which is what I did end up using in today's video, and this is a very pretty nude color. It definitely has the, what is the word I'm looking for? Coverage? I forgot the name of the word. But this is definitely a nice cover nude that you can use for your everyday wear, and this is what this looks like. You of course get your clear, which, well, is just clear. We then get a bright white, which is a pretty bright white. Honestly, it's exactly like I said, names are pretty self-explanatory. It's kind of like their triple X white that they have. I think it's in their ultimate kit or their core kit. I do not remember, but it is a pretty good white. It seemed to work pretty good. Sometimes when you're working with new products, especially white acrylic, it's sometimes very difficult to work with. This one was not. And then the last color we get is called Bright Pink, and this is just a pink kind of like nude color. It's not translucent. It has pretty good coverage and opacity. This is just regular pink acrylic. And then these are the 5 colors side by side. I'm going to put them against my sweater and you guys can see it on a darker background. So the color I'm going to be using today is the Cover Nude, and I did apply my nail tips off camera, and I did also go ahead and do my peel off method. And what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna go ahead and apply the acrylic to each of the nails. I believe I only show 3 nails as always. I just show my pinky, ring, and middle finger because I just don't want the video to get repetitive. I'm just doing the same color to all 5 nails. And then, so let's talk about the acrylic kit. So it polymerized very nicely, as you can see. The acrylic did perform well. I will say that. The monomer was low odor. It didn't have like that strong monomer smell. Like, unless you actually get really close to the bottle and start huffing it, which you should not be doing anyways. Yes, it does smell like monomer, but when you are away from it, it does not smell like monomer. And it does have an after smell of like, I want to say florally. That's like the best way to describe it. So it has like a floral scent, which I did like. It wasn't too strong, it wasn't overbearing. It did smell nice. So I will say 10 out of 10 for the low odor. Most companies advertise that they are low odor, but this is truly low odor, which is one of the pros because that's what people are buying it for. Now let's get into the cons. You can only use this acrylic for this monomer with the 5 acrylic powders that come in this kit. Hopefully they'll be releasing other colors to be able to use with the low odor monomer, only because it sucks that you can only use this with the 5 colors that come in the kit. Like, you buy low odor monomer to be able to use it with universal colors. Unfortunately, you cannot with this. Another thing I will say, when it comes to the filing, it's not necessarily the filing that's the problem. This leaves like a tacky layer, and if you use alcohol to wipe it off, it really doesn't do anything. So when you're filing, it's still going to give you that tacky layer whether you want it to or not. It's like a gummy layer. This is EMA monomer, but it still gives you like a gummy layer only when you're filing, which I just don't like. I like to just get right into it. But a pro is that it does not clog up your file. So even though it has like that gummy, tacky layer, sticky layer, whatever you want to call it, it won't clog up your nail file, which is a plus. And as you can see, I did leave this in real time just so you guys can see exactly how it performs. Again, you can see it performs nicely. It has good coverage. Like, this is a side view of the nail, and if you need to add more acrylic, you can do that. If you need to debulk later on when you're filing, you can do that. And when you're filing, once you remove that sticky, tacky layer, whatever it is, you should be good to go on buffing and everything. It's just that like first kind of inhibition layer basically is the best way I can explain it. But after you start filing, that sticky layer and that tacky layer does go away. Another con that I will say is because it has that sticky layer, everything gets stuck to it. Like everything. Like if you ever seen that reel where it's like, oh, I'm capping off all of my clients' lint because they started touching stuff. This actually grabs everything, like lint, dust, whatever, everything. So that is another con for me where everything just like gets stuck to the nail. And I also had the problem where even if I buffed and filed, some stuff still got stuck to the nail, which I did not appreciate. But again, everything else overall, besides those like 3 things, 4 things, however many things I said, this acrylic kit did perform very well. And again, I will definitely say that the monomer was low odor compared to other products that advertise that they're low odor. And I will say nothing got stuck to my brush, which I did also appreciate, especially because, like I said, it does have that sticky inhibition layer. So I can appreciate that nothing was sticking to my brush when I was wiping it down. And so this kit originally ranges about the same as their other kits, which is like $100 or so, like I think 107. Currently, they are having a 30% off sale. So at the moment, it is about $70 or $79. Of course, I will leave it listed down below so you guys can purchase it if you are interested. And of course, I do have anything that I have used in the video as well listed down below in my description box. And so this kit is leaned towards more of the people that work in a salon setting or a suite setting, or like they're in school, like doing nails. Of course, you can also purchase this if the monomer smell bothers you. I know some people complain that the monomer smell is pretty strong and it does end up giving them a headache, but you can definitely purchase this. Like I said, it performs really well. The only problem is just that inhibition layer and the fact that you can only use this with the 5 acrylics that come in this kit. So those are really the only cons I have, but it is a pretty good kit if you're trying to work, if you're first starting out with acrylic and you can't stand like that monomer smell. It brings a good variety of colors. I think it brings 1.5 ounces each, so you get a good amount of acrylic and you can do a few sets with them as well. And so I did again only show 3 nails because I didn't want the video to get repetitive, but I don't know if you guys can tell, it has like that sticky shiny layer over the nails, but I am just tapping it to make sure that it is nice and hardened. As you can see, the thumb still has like a lot of that shiny layer, but you can go ahead and file them. From what I understood when I watched the video that they released regarding this kit, you can just go ahead and file over the nails, and I'm using the 100 one that came in the kit. And so you just go ahead and file your nails like normal, and then like I said, that sticky tacky layer, whatever it is, will just basically file off, and your nails are like new, like you're using regular acrylic, no issues whatsoever. And so then I'm just going to show you how I filed 2 of the nails. Like I said, I don't want the video to get repetitive, so I'm just going to show you guys how I filed the pointer and the, I think it's the middle finger. And this is what the nail looks like after it is only filed. And then afterwards, I do go ahead and use my 5-in-1 fine bit, and I go ahead and work that around the cuticle, and then of course I buff the nails out like normal. Okay, and you can go ahead and see that shiny layer, and like you can see that sticky layer that I'm talking about when I'm filing my thumb. Like you can kind of see like that gummy, just basically like that gummy inhibition layer, but you just file it like normal and it just goes away. I just wish it didn't have that. I just don't like the texture. I don't know what it is about it. I'm just like not a fan of it. And it wouldn't be such a big deal if you can like wipe it off with like some swipe or some acetone or some alcohol. But of course, if you use acetone, it'll kind of just, I didn't try it because I didn't want to experiment with chemicals, but you can just tell the way I'm filing the thumb that it just has that sticky layer. But I will say, when it came to filing, this was not hard at all. These file like regular nails, like if you do regular, like, you know, like Mia Secret acrylic, Young Nail acrylic, Valentino acrylic, it filed like normal. It's just that annoying tacky sticky layer that just yeah. And so then after I file all the nails, like I said, I'm going in with that 501 bit. I believe this one is from Pana, and of course that will also be linked down below in my description box. And this is my drill that I got from Agile Beauty. I got this in their large mystery box last year. And so what I go ahead and do is just work that around my cuticle, make sure it's looking nice and flush. Even though this is a pop-off method, I still want to make sure that it looks nice. So I do go ahead and work that around my cuticle. You can also use this to remove all of these scratches from the filing as well. But sometimes I do it with the drill bit, sometimes I just do both and I buff it out. But in this case, I'm debulking a little bit of that cuticle area, and then I go ahead and buff out the nails. And so this is what the nails look. And so what I do is I go ahead and spray my nails with some alcohol. And I also noticed when I sprayed the nails with alcohol, stuff was getting stuck to it too. Like, I don't understand, like, I don't know what it is, but stuff just kept getting stuck to my nails and it was kind of annoying. But I go ahead and use my manicure brush, and it ended up doing a backflip there. Oopsies. I use the manicure brush and I go ahead and just work that in my cuticle, kind of just getting all of that dust away from my nails and making sure they're looking nice and good because we're about to do some nail art. And so this is what they look like. And so I'm using this white gel liner, and we're gonna do some sweater weather nails. So I'm only gonna show you guys the thumb because I didn't want this video to be too long, but this is basically the design that I'm doing. And so I'm taking this white gel polish and I'm working that around to do a French. And then after I do that French, I cure that in my nail lamp for 60 seconds. And then after I cure that, I go ahead and apply some matte top coat, and then I cure that in my nail lamp as well for another 60 seconds. And this is the matte top coat that I'm using. This is the one that I use when I do my pop-off method. It's not a big deal because I don't use the cuticle oil method, so it's not like my top coat is contaminated with anything. And so once I go ahead and apply that top coat, I'm gonna go ahead and just basically do the sweater weather nail design. So the sweater design, so I'm doing like the two lines, kind of like where the French meets. I don't know how to explain that, but if you just watch it, you'll see what I'm doing. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do the like kind of lines towards the side of the nails, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do the lines in the middle. And so for the middle lines, I do two rows of 4. I think, yes, 2 rows of 4. And then I go ahead and connect it starting like diagonally. And I don't know if you guys remember, like in school when we were kids and we did like that bling bling S. Basically, that's just what you do. You just connect it. And so then I'm using the bright white, and then I'm putting that over the wet gel polish. And then after that, I'm gonna go ahead and cure that in my nail lamp for 60 seconds. And that is basically it for this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you guys thought of this nail design. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.